My name is AiiR, and you can also call me AiiR MusiQ. And I'm a singer-songwriter, performer. I do hair and I do makeup. I do my own little business, my little lashes and everything. I do a lot.
All right, here. So, how long have you been singing and everything?
Ooh. I want to say seriously, I've been singing. I want to say maybe for the past several years, but I've been singing all my life. I want to say all my life. From the beginning, I can tell I was singing maybe around like 7 years old, and that's only because me and my friend Courtney used to sing together. So that's how far I can take it in my brain cells right now.
Tell us a little about yourself. Like, how did we get into the singing with you and Courtney? Take us to the journey of AiiR.
All right, so AiiR was born in Detroit, Michigan at Hutzel Hospital, but she moved, and AiiR's name is Kieris. That's who moved to Minnesota. Kieris moved to Minnesota and met music through her mother, who was passionate about all genres of music. And I'm telling you, all genres of music. I can tell you stuff from Maroon 5 to Day 26 to Mariah Carey to Tupac to Biggie, all the way up to left, all the way over to Left Eye or Missy. Like, I'm well versed in different genres of music. It doesn't have to just be pop or R&B, but I found the true love in Minnesota. Just kicking it with my homegirl, just singing, just dancing, just living life and being a kid. Music makes me still feel like a kid.
All right. So, in your music career, what have you found to be like some of the difficulties you have found in the music industry you've been in so far, and how have you overcome them?
The difficulties are maintaining relations with people. It's really hard, especially here in Detroit, Michigan, whatever city you want to call us. It's really hard because it's like there's not enough loyal people here. When you find a loyal person, you do for that loyal person and you expect them to do for you. So my hardest feat was trying to find loyal people, and that's still an issue. It's still an issue. It's still hard to find loyal people. Why? Because everybody want to do for themselves. As soon as they see them doing good, they're just like, phew. But that's all right. When you find somebody loyal, they're going to stick through it with you through up here and down here. So that's one feat, the loyalty. The other thing that I found is just, we ain't going to sugarcoat it. I'm sexy. That's like I'm sexy. So it's hard doing business because everybody want a piece of you. Everybody want a piece of you. And when you don't want to give everybody a piece of you, or when everybody feels like they need a part of you or all of you, they get upset when you don't. So that's another thing. Just the way I look to loyalty. Another thing is I have a child. So it's definitely hard for mommies out here because we have to dedicate life, time, effort. In addition to your child, you have to do it in addition to your life. And then you have to apply it to music. And then you have to apply it with anything else that you do. So that's hard in itself. So I find those things the hardest. Being a mom, the loyalty, the looks, the physical looks, because people are attracted to physicality, I find. And obviously finances. It's hard when you're just backing yourself as an artist. When you don't have everybody just helping you and throw stuff, or at least, doing you solace, it's hard. So, but I'm a survivor.
Now, we touched on a few things with, obviously people, how's it like, dealing with, it gives like a situation, like, you don't have to give any names, like, you went to the studio,
Mm-hmm.
prepared to work, then boom, turn sideways. Like, how do you kind of like curve the producer or the, engineer or whatever it may be, or other artists even?
So it's more so like, so with the guys, for example, it's hard with the guys sometimes because for me, I'm not going to say I'm just like this promiscuous chick, but I can be. So if you're good looking, sometimes I'm like, shut up. So, but no, now I just know to like, if you can't respect me, I don't want to do business with you. Let me pay you for the full amount that you're asking for. I'm not asking for a freebie. If a freebie or a good solid will make me have to do stuff with you, I don't want to do stuff like that with folks. And with females, it's like I haven't experienced anything with a female like approaching me like that. But if in the light of like friendships, females will just be like, oh, you're so amazing. And people will tell you like, oh, this person, you know, you want to stay cool with her because she's so great, you know, she's so charming, she's loyal, and then you go do other stuff, you know, and that's with anybody that's been in my life. It's hard for me to have friends. I have very few people I'm friends with. My mom and my grandma are my best friends. They seriously are. My mom and my grandma. I talk to them every day.
Now, with some of the different music, let's actually get into like the music. So let's talk about your project that you got coming up.
Mm-hmm.
What's the name of the song that we're about to drop here in the next few days?
In the next few days. So now I'm tied between Body and Glow Up, because initially Glow Up was it was gone. Somebody had completely done away with it. But we found it, and it seems to be that it's good, but it was overwritten on something that was already there. So I'm stuck between Glow Up and I'm stuck between Body, because they're both great songs. But Glow Up is the song that I'm really like sizzling towards. I'm not really dropping like a big project or anything like that. It's just gonna be individual songs so I can at least start getting stuff out there. When a Body comes around, then I'll be ready to get that body of work going. Cause I'll be well versed at that point, even more than I am now. I'm sorry, I'm weird.
So like, give us like the thoughts behind Body. Like, what's Body about?
So Body is, so obviously everybody hears all of the female rappers, you know, they be like, if this nigga ain't got no coin, he can't get no you know, or if he don't have everything like a 6-figure income, he just can't get no kind of like how you doing kind of thing. And the song is not about that, but it's basically saying like, you know, I don't want a boyfriend, you know, I'm gonna let these niggas go and do what niggas gonna do. But in the end, you know, if I let you do what you're going to do, I understand that you're not mine. I'm going to still do what I'm going to do. I'm not trying to get with you. I'm not trying to cuff you. We just going to be for the night. That just might be us for the night. You put your body on my body, and then the same goes the other way. So that's what that song's about.
All right. Give us some more insight on Glow Up, because I know you told me like there's a little story behind it and how you got to, you know, coming about want to push that one.
Yeah. So Glow Up, that's like my baby. Like, you know, the beat even comes from a producer I've never met in person yet. Even to this day, I've never met Zona in real life. And he took a chance on me just because I know I'm a genuine person and I'm loyal and I mean what I say I'm going to do and I do what I say I'm going to do. And if I can't get it done right then and there, trust me, it's going to still get done for you however long it takes. So he knows that's where my heart is. And with him, that's where it started, the beat. The beat's the baby. The next part, out of the generosity of him and his love and his loyalty for me, it came from a really detrimental point in my life, like where I just felt like I didn't have any friends and I was pregnant and I felt like my baby daddy was just like, he was just, you pregnant? I was here for you before, but some BS happened, so now I got to skedaddle. So that left me in a position where I felt ugly, like I didn't have a job, and nobody knew, because I know how to move through stuff. I didn't have a job, and I didn't have a car. This boy had totaled my car months before, and the car insurance company didn't fall through for me at all. And I had no car, no job, and just my spot in the pregnant ass belly. So what I did was I just started to, you know how a phoenix rises out the ashes? I just planted a seed and I just tried to crawl out them ashes. So Glow Up comes from the turmoil that I experienced from him. Hold on, because I got to get out the detrimental so I can get to the point where I'm actually glowing up. So then also, in addition to the turmoil, it just comes from friends not being the friends that I felt that I was for them. They weren't being that for me, you know? And it's little shit to big stuff, you know? A simple, hey, how you doing, to you might need to actually go check up on her because she's popped up at your house before to check up on you. You know, I wasn't getting what I was giving people. So what I did was when my daughter came here, I'm trying to give her everything that I wish people would give to me. So now I'm like, that's what I want, and that's what's going to make me shoot to the top, because I have this drive and this motivation now to just do what I'm supposed to do, how I needed it. So I went from no job to no car to a month and a half. Like, I was door dashing in a Jeep that wasn't even mine, in my child's former godfather's truck. I was door dashing in a Jeep until I landed a job at a Mr. Shawarma place, and they just picked me up because I have good customer service. And then from there, I started working from home. And then I had 2 jobs. And I'm like, all right, cool. We about to save up and get this car. Boom, got the car. Boom, I moved to a different place. But boom, that place wasn't for me. But boom, God bless me and my mom and everybody pulled together for me. Boom, I'm in a place where I want to be. I'm got my place. It's big and it's for me and my daughter. I got my car. It's paid for and it's got insurance and it's got registration and plates on it that's legit. Unlike some of y'all. And then on top of that, even though it's petty, the one thing I wanted to do was make sure I shitted on my doggone baby daddy for leaving me and my child in the worst point of my life. Because now I got everything in my life that I so desired, and now that's my daughter too. And she's got a friend in me, she's got a friend in my mama, she's got a friend in my grandma, and that's all I can ask for. And the glow up comes from coming out of those ashes and rising to the top where you're your best mental self and your best physical self.
So it's talk to like some of the younger girls or girls who are watching you and following you here. What advice would you give them that might be going through a situation like that? They don't know what to say to somebody. Like, what advice would you give them?
Folks don't want you to show up. They really don't. They don't want you to outdo them, and they don't want you to do good. But in the end, you have to just tunnel vision. Focus on the goal. Like, literally, tunnel vision is just everything you can see right here. Focus on the goal. If they don't believe you, they gonna believe you when you start turning the hell up. Because when you start turning the hell up, that's when they gonna want to be in your face. Any baby daddies, any bad connects you got, any friendships that went south because they're selfish in their attributes and their characteristics of their life, let that shit go. Tunnel vision. Just tunnel vision them and get to your goal. Ooh, I'm cute.
So, tunnel vision. You've been using that to focus on. Like, where's like one of your favorite places to record, or like one of your favorite engineers to record with?
One of my favorite engineers, and right now he's still trying to get his stuff together. His name is Kyle. Well, his name is AFK, an artist formerly known as. That's what he goes by. But his name is, I call him Mr. Kyle. And even though we haven't recorded like in a year and a half because he's still getting his stuff together due to a situation he had, that's like one of the best people I've ever recorded with. He's able to be honest with me. He's able to be like, yo, this isn't your best, or this on a scale of good, great, and your best. This is your good, or versus this is your great and this is your best. Keep that. Like, he'll keep it funky with me, and he won't. When he knows he's doing something that isn't on my time, he understands a customer service perspective. Like, all right, I'm gonna give you extra time, or I'm gonna do this. And in turn, I'm like that. Hey, you want some soda from the store? Type deal. So that's one of the best engineers that I've ever worked with personally, because we've actually made like, I don't want to say like a spiritual connection. That's my homie. I don't care how mad I can be at him. That's my homie.
Now, is there anyone in the city that you would want to work with that you haven't worked with yet, whether it be artists, producers, anything like that?
This is going to sound real messed up, but I don't care. Honestly, I wanted to work with Isis, and I still do want to work with her. Because I remember when she came out, Isis the Goddess, I remember when she came out, and I'm a little socially awkward, but she was on stage, and she was like, why your nigga in my inbox? And I was like, oh my God. I love the silliness in her. I gotta be her friend. But she, she's probably like the only one I really want to work with. There's not other people or producers or engineers that I can name off the top of my head that I would really want to work with. And I understand there's big people out here, but honestly, if they want to work with me, they've probably seen me a couple times with a couple different people. And if they really wanted to work with me or take the time to help me grow, they would have done so by showing up for me by now. And that's no shade. That's just me personally saying, if you do want to work with me, I'm not closing any doors to say I'd never do this with them. But I'm saying, personally, if you want to be around me and in my energy, respect me enough to know that I take my business endeavors and my friendships seriously. And if you can't come with the same energy, then just stay where you are. That's about it. Just ISIS.
All right, anything else you want to tell us about yourself that we don't know, that you want us to know about you?
I do makeup. Come get your face laid. Yeah. In addition to that, on a serious note about me, y'all just gonna get to know me. You're gonna get to see me more. I'm doing a lot to where I need people to honestly see what I'm doing. And it's not because I need clout or anything. It's because I need people to see that there are people who should have a stance that actually have the right characteristics and mindset to go about it. Not just, oh, let everybody see it. But I really do care. Because the first thing I did want to be before a singer is a humanitarian. I just wanted to take care of y'all, the world. I just wanted to take care of the world. And one of the ways I can help take care of the world is through singing, so I can get to everybody easier. That's what I think. That's it.
And to close it out, just how can we follow you?
Oh, you can follow me on my social media pages. I got AiiR MusiQ, which is Instagram. That's AiiR MusiQ. Follow me on there, and I promise you, I respond. I'll tell you everything else. Follow my website, www.AiiRmusic.com. Yeah. Yo, my name is AiiR, and this is AJP Thing.